All right, what's going on, everybody? Recently, I came across a few videos where content creators are speaking about a phrase that's starting to circulate across social media, specifically TikTok and YouTube. And the phrase is called black fatigue, as you can see here with this young lady here. I want you guys to listen to what she has to say, and then I'm going to give my take on whether I agree or disagree with her. Let's watch.
Well, let's talk. This is the first time I'm hearing this phrase on TikTok, but I could use context clues and understand what it is. So, funny story, I'm scrolling on TikTok, minding my own business, just getting lost in the videos, and a white woman pops up in my algorithm and it's titled Black Fatigue. And I'm like, this should be interesting. Now, this is a creator that I've really grown to respect their videos. Basically, in her video, she's calling out the black community for different ignorant things that we do. And it's not just her. I've seen a lot of white people on this app kind of come out. It's almost like, raise your hand if you've been personally victimized by Regina George type of videos. And that's what they're doing toward black people. Here's the thing. The videos that I've personally seen is not racism. It's accountability. It's one of those to where they are tired. They are fed up to where they have opened their camera and they start confessing the things that agitate them about the black community. And because we have gotten to that point, you know who I blame? The black community. I mean, for one, the actions that they are mentioning is clearly from the black community. Black people in the comment sections are just like, this is racism, this is this, and this is this. I blame y'all. This is what happens when the black community cry wolf or cry racism in instances that's not racism, to where now we have a hard time knowing the difference between what is actually racism and what is actually accountability. We've allowed this to happen because we do not like being held accountable for some of the ignorance, some of the degeneracy, some of the just plain right foolishness that comes out of our community. We refuse to address it. And when we have people who address it, they are called coons. They are called like judgmental. And so now you have white people entering the chat and said, you know what? We're tired of it. We're tired of being called racist for holding y'all accountable to the ignorant things that's happening.
So she explained how more and more non-black creators, especially white creators, are stepping forward and openly expressing their frustrations with certain behaviors within the black community. And honestly, I agree with her 100%. It isn't racism, it is accountability. And the fact that so many people feel the need to speak out is something the black community has to take responsibility for. That's my opinion. For decades, the black community has cried racism, even in cases where racism wasn't present. And as a result, the word has lost much of its damn meaning. Now, when real racism occurs, it's harder to recognize because so many false alarms have been sounded. And the truth is, black Americans have made historic strides. I don't need to tell you, but we've had a black president. We've had a black vice president. We've elected black mayors, governors, senators, judges. Achievements that prove America is not the same country it was 60 or even 30 years ago. Yet, despite all of this progress, the narrative of victimhood is louder than ever. Meanwhile, other minority groups like Asians, Indians, Nigerians, these people face real challenges in America and still manage to excel without demanding victim status or participating in, how would I say it, victim Olympics. They focus on education, discipline, and strong family values, and you can see it. When it comes to police interactions, which I want to bring up, being that I am retired from the police department, the truth is also heavily distorted. Every time there's a high-profile incident involving a white police officer and a black suspect, cries of systemic racism flood your television and your phones. But here's the reality. White Americans are killed more often by police than black Americans in raw numbers. And when you examine these cases closely, the common factor is almost never race. It's behavior. Most of these tragic outcomes involve what? Resisting arrest, aggression, or some sort of criminal activity. Yet we spend more energy protesting rare police incidents than we do confronting the real epidemic, which is Black on Black violence, the number one killer of young Black Americans today. And let's be honest about something else, man. The very celebrities, athletes, actors, rappers, and singers who have achieved unimaginable success in America rarely invest meaningfully back into their own communities. Instead, they glorify drugs, violence, criminality through their music, their movies, and their public personas, poisoning the culture for generations. Since the 80s, mainstream rap and entertainment have celebrated the image of the drug dealer, the pimp, and the gang member. Not the entrepreneur, not the father who's present, not the guy who's building. Neither, none of it. And when these entertainers make it big, where do they go? Ask yourself that question. Because they don't stay in the communities they glorified. They move into these upper class white neighborhoods for the safety, the education, and the peaceful living they claim Black Americans are denied. And if America, honestly, were truly as racist and oppressive as they say, why is it that their first instinct is to seek refuge among the very people they accuse? I'll wait. And while we're talking about that, all these contradictions, let's address the use of language inside the culture. Growing up, I heard the N-word all the time from friends, from family members, even from my own grandmother. It was used as a term of endearment. It still is. It's a way to express frustration, humor, or affection. It was never seen as offensive within the community. Yet, when a white person uses it, the exact same word, even without hateful intent, it's instantly labeled as racism. You see, you can't demand sensitivity and respect from others while casually using words soaked in historical pain as everyday slang. If the word truly carries that much weight, then it shouldn't be used by anyone, period. And it doesn't stop there. In the Black community, it's common to hear racially charged terms thrown toward white Americans, like cracker, snow bunny, and white devil, amongst others, right? And it's not just everyday people using this language. We're talking celebrities, public figures, even political leaders like Barack Obama and Michelle Obama have made racially charged comments without facing the same public condemnation that a white person would. Imagine if a white celebrity or politician casually used racially offensive language toward Black people today. It would be a national scandal overnight. Yet when it happens in reverse, it's brushed off, laughed at, or completely ignored. You guys know what I'm talking about. This is the double standard that so many white creators are speaking about today. This is the exhaustion. This is the Black fatigue that they're referring to. Because true equality means the standards apply both ways, or they mean absolutely nothing at all. And when we stop weaponizing that word every time someone holds up an uncomfortable mirror, real progress will stay out of reach. The future of the next generation, in my opinion, depends on our willingness to tell the truth, to rebuild the culture, and to demand better, not just from others, but from ourselves. It's time to stop blaming, and it's time to start building, because no one is coming to save us except us. And with that, I'll leave it there. You can leave your comments in the comment section, and I'll see you on the next one.